Hey guys, this is Udit. So in this particular video, we will be learning you very basics of JavaScript and problem solving. The first one is sum of two numbers, swap two numbers, largest of three number, even and odd. So the first one is sum of two numbers. So it is a very easy code, which is like if we pass in a function 10 and 20, so it should basically uh, add two numbers and print it. So in this function, we created a function some two number and given two parameters. So this is how we can write a parameterized function in JavaScript. Function export is for exporting this function is the keyword for declaring this one as a function, and then two parameters a b c or what. We will also learn how to write variable params in JavaScript, and in that we created a variable called sum, and since its value is not changing, so there is three ways to create variables into JavaScript. The first one is let, the other one is const, and the third one is var. So let const var is the one, but since we are using modern JavaScript, so in that we only use two, let and const. Var is basically for function scoping and let const is for block scoping. So we will discuss that also. But since var is little confusing because of its function based scope, we will be only be using let and const in our code for now. When we will go into more specific features of JavaScript or in the further in this code, we will be using var as well. So here I have used const. Const is used when the value of a variable doesn't change. So sum is the one. It is an interview question as well. And so we have created a variable sum with uh, keyword const, which means constant. A plus b we added. In the console log we printed it. So how we printed it? This is the template string in JavaScript. This is called template string. So this is the tick. So in the tick we wrote our string. Sum of the data is as follows. Then we added our variables which we want to print. Like we want to print a and b. So sum of the variable, sum of the data is as follows: a is a and b and sum. So the sum of the data 10 and 20 is 30. So sum of the data a and b comma 30 sum. So this is an example of template string. This is also an interview question. How to write a template string? In within the ticks we have to write the string, and then for our value of the variable we have to write this and dollar sign and in curly braces the name of the variable. If we don't do it, we have to separate everything with comma like I have done for the sum. So sum also I could have written here only with as dollar and asterisk, but to just to show like how to do it without a template string, we can do it by separating comma in console log. That I have done. So guys, this is a very beginners. I hope you understood what I am trying to say, how to write a template string and how to also write a variable without a template string with comma. So this is it. Moving on to the second question, which is find the biggest of three numbers. Here we will be using conditionals in JavaScript. Conditional means if and else. So A, B and C three numbers are there. So if in the code we have passed 1222, 100 and 1000. So here what will happen? So if is like if A and B, if condition this condition is true that A is greater than B, which is like 12,022 is greater than 100, then this particular logic will be executed. Otherwise we will go in the else block and some other logic will be executed. So the first logic is correct, so we move into the second block. Again it is a if. So this particular logic is executed and it prints that 1022 is the biggest of all three. All three we can write here. So suppose we could have given anything like 12 rather than 1022 and then save it. So we see that the 1000 is the greatest number. So let's iterate or uh, through it one more time step by step how this function is working. So we went here A, B and C where A is 12, B is 100 and C is 1000. So it went, is A12 greater than 100? So is 12 greater than 100? It gave no. So it went into the else block. So it checked like B is greater than 100. So B is 100 and C is 1000. So is B greater than 1000? So it gave no. B is not greater than 100 is not greater than 1000. So it went into the else block and printed 1000 is the greatest. So this is how guys it is working. And let's now go to find even and odd. So find even and odd, there is a new concept we have introduced. So here we are doing if logic conditionals, and here we are doing along with if logic a new way to do a conditional which is called ternary operator. So find even and odd num. If num is equal to 0, then it is neither odd nor even, which means that if a number is 0, then it is not odd, not even. Otherwise, we are checking if. So see how ternary operator works. It is like if and else logic. So this is the conditional. Like if num is greater than 0, if it is true, then this part of the left part of the colon is printed, else the right side of the colon is printed. We can also chain it, which means we can add multiple conditional into our colon and then also check it, and then the return value will come here. So here we haven't done it. We could have done it. If it is positive, then we would have returned positive, but to maintain synchronicity and clarity in code we have done, but it is not preferred in our code. Please remember, in good code ternary operator is not preferred. If and else logic is only preferred. So if num is greater than 0, it is positive, and it is preferred because it is single liner, so don't make it complex. If num is greater than 0, positive. If it is not 0, it is negative. So I have given 10, so it is I have given minus 10, so it has taken minus 10, so it will give it is negative, and then it will divide the number, so it will give even. So it will print the number, minus 10 is negative even, so it will print that minus 10 is negative even. So it will first print that sign which is negative, and then even. This is again a template string. Thank you guys for connecting. Please like, share, subscribe this video for basic problem solving and learning basics of JavaScript through problems.